Just imagine it. The grass beneath you, the wind whipping through your hair.
After enjoying a pleasant stroll, Shez and Ingrid decided to take a break. Oh, conversation time. My Wi-Fi has been shitting itself every like 30 minutes tonight and it's decided to do so again. Oh, actually, ironically, that time it was on my end. It just straight up, it conked out on this end for a second. Ask about preferred fighting style.
House Galatea is famed for its formidable Pegasus Brigade. It's only natural that's how I prefer to fight myself.
I would like to listen politely. Oh, okay. No, that was the wrong choice, I guess.
If we can't bring an end to this war, our dream of a prosperous Fargus will remain just that.
Okay, cool.
I won't let myself hold everyone back. I must train even harder.
Give a counter argument. Offer encouragement.
Ready.
Okay, nope, that was the wrong choice. The conversation fizzled.
This was lovely. Thank you again for inviting me.
Shez and Ingrid headed back to camp. Jeez. That felt so weird. A new support conversation. Shez and Rodrigue.
Well, if it isn't our mercenary friend, I trust you've adjusted to life in the kingdom by now.
To life in the kingdom
more or less.
by now.
I've been here a few times before on the job, so it's not too big a shock. But I've never lived as far north as Ferdiad. There's still a bunch I need to get used to. Stuff like the wind blowing straight through you, or how it's always so stupidly cold, even inside, or how you can't go out after a blizzard. It snowed so much one night that I couldn't even open the door in the morning. Thought I was off to meet the goddess that day.
An amusing enough story when you tell it like that. But Fargus winters are no joke. They're harsh, unforgiving beasts.
Yeah, and you
Tell
can
me,
trust the man that's always
grown to
wearing a
despise the
fur-lined cape. So, dog, I
It's
love
not
the
so
cold.
bad. I mean, sure, all the snow is really annoying. But it's also beautiful. You can't see lamplit streets covered in the stuff anywhere but here.
I thought the same when I was young. Though the more years I gain, the more frustrating it becomes. Nevertheless, this brutal tundra is the only home we have. Meaning there's nothing to do but adapt, persevere, and enjoy the lives we've built here.
Adapt. Like how the messengers ride Pegasi instead of horses during the winter.
Exactly. The sight of those majestic creatures soaring through the frost-ridden sky is one unique to Fargus.
I feel like it depends. I've yet to get tired of the snow, and I've seen it
our Pegasi quite
4 years now?
rise to the
No,
occasion.
3. 3 years now?
When my
So,
son
like,
and his majesty were still just boys,
I don't know.
they
I
followed
enjoy it.
one off into the frigid mountains of all places. By the time I found them, they were but two shivering masses on the ground. For a moment, I thought my heart would never beat again.
So,
Okay, he's telling a
Felix has
sad
been getting
story,
into
and I didn't
trouble ever
realize.
since he was a kid, huh?
Shez, is that the way to look at that story?
His penchant for danger is unchanged, yes. Though I fear his disposition has grown far sharper. The hardships of becoming Duke at his age are undoubtedly weighing upon his mind.
I don't know. I don't think you need to worry about him. He can take care of himself just fine.
I enjoy that Roderick wears a dress
Perhaps it's time I
with
let
a
him
belt
spread
that
his
he is
wings
just
like the
knotted to
Pegasus
just
he
sit
chased
on
all
his
those years
hips.
ago. It seems the coming winter will bring more than just cold to Fargus. The ravages of war approach on the same wind. Training in such conditions will be a struggle indeed, but we cannot afford to ignore the looming Srang threat either. Managing our territories through it all will not be an easy task. But I have faith we will adapt, persevere,
It
and
snowed
overcome.
last Halloween and it was so great
Just as
because
we
it was two
always
of my
have.
favorite things. Reasonable.
Next winter, huh? We'll just have to do whatever it takes to make sure the war's over by then.
Shez, that's so optimistic, but I doubt. I doubt it, bud. Have to do everything it takes to make sure the war is over by then. The hell is that thing? Oh, it's a cat! I thought that was a rat, but it's a cat. Look at it roll. Yeah, that belt looks like it's solely for looks. Oh, it absolutely is. It doesn't hold anything up on that man. Alright, let me check out that woman's shop that we've brought in here.
Well met.
Welcome. Greetings.
Things are looking rough, which means it's time for me to do some business. But don't worry, I'm not some war profiteer who prioritizes
Don't
money
pass
over
this
what's
by.
right. Oh, can you say hi to the king
Welcome.
for me? Well, what do you got? I own 6 of those! I would like the next one up. I have so many smithing stones. Oh, she sells stuff that I can get for renown, and like obviously spending money is cheaper than the renown, but I was hoping she'd have more of the things that I personally wanted. Permanently increases strength by 5.
Come back soon.
Dang, lady, I thought you'd be more useful.
Hey there. Need something?
I still don't have enough stuff for them. Umbral
See you
Steel
around.
and Mithril. Does Girly have a tail? Oh, the cat? I don't know. That's a question for the people that were staring at it.
Well met.
Yeah, it's just dipping into the ground, but tail.
Good day.
Many of the church people in Camulus are advanced in age, so there is little lively discussion to be had. On the other hand, there are many young folk in the Kingdom Army, and they are quite spirited. It makes for a rather comfortable atmosphere. Although it would be even better if we did not have to go into
In
battle at all.
fact-
In truth, I would have enrolled in the Officers' Academy if this war had never broken out. Oh. I'm out here finding books.
Let me think.
Mercedes. That guy sounded like Kronk of Emperor's New Groove game. No, I'm talking about that woman that owned the shop, but I think it was just her long ass ponytail. Oh. I thought you were talking about the cat. That guy sounded like Kronk of Emperor's New. Which guy sounded like Kronk? Did I talk to a man and they sounded like Kronk? I'm so very reluctant to fight any of our old friends from the academy. It's all well and good if we can convince them to join us, but in the end we're still making them bend to our will. They might not want it at all. We're essentially forcing them to choose between death or betraying their friends and family. It feels cruel. Mercedes presents a good point, but in like the worst way.
Good day.
No, I'm talking about that woman that owned the... Oh, remember the shop guy did? Like the voice that I gave the shop guy? I hope you feel my confusion. Gerald's mercenaries were real tough when we fought them at Magdred. The Imperial Army hired them, right? We'll probably be fighting them again soon. Really not looking forward to any of this. I'm not ready to die yet. Hey, Cusco. I got new things in the shop, Cusco. The shop for Cusco.
This is true.
Yes, Arval? Circumstances dictate how people act. As such, I believe things are about to get much more difficult for you. Though perhaps that will be a welcome change for someone of your caliber.
Well,
you will undoubtedly face the Ashen Demon again. I do hope you'll emerge victorious this time. Thanks? No, the one he actually has.
How can I be of service?
I can't say it's any wonder that people find Commander Miklan suspect. He's got a checkered past, you know. In the unlikely event he does anything untoward, His Majesty has ordered us to promptly detain and execute him. My unit has numerous elite soldiers, you see, including those with crests like myself. I can't imagine we'd have any issue taking him should it come to that. But I don't think there's any reason to worry. Okay, alright, cool. Good to know that they will just execute him.
I carry a little of everything here.
This guy?
Hope to see you again soon.
That can't be the man you're talking about. You must be talking about this guy.
Hey there. Need something?
Okay. Yes, the blacksmith. Cool. I was like, there's not a goddamn way you mean the shopkeep.
See you around.
That's a blacksmith. I must specify that that's a blacksmith because there is a shopkeep who does exist and is a separate man from the blacksmith. And the blacksmith is the one that sounds like the person you were referring to. Just gotta remember that that is the blacksmith.
How's it going? On that note,
I heard the Alliance is having a real tough time in this war, too. The Great Bridge of Myrden fell and Count Gloucester swore his allegiance to the Empire. We're doing fine enough for now ourselves, but there's no telling what might happen in the future. Laugh it off seems awful. Tell her to focus? Hey, we gotta focus. The Empire could pivot at any moment and pour all their efforts into the Western Front. Right, I guess all we can do for now is try and kick our training into high gear. Anyway, let's make sure we're as ready as we can be for the next fight. I see that now. I'm glad you see it now.
What?
What do you want? I don't care if you dislike me, but if you try anything funny, I'll cut your throat myself. I'm protecting Arianrod for the time being. That's what the one holding my leash ordered me to do at any rate. Who said, hey you? What character is standing in the corner?
Hey, you.
Gerald's mercenaries, huh? A while back, a guy called Gerald served as captain of the Knights of the Saros. But I never would have guessed he'd leave the Knights and end up a wandering mercenary. The guy quit more than 20 years ago, but apparently he's still just as tough as he was then. Impressive stuff, if you ask me. They say those who inherit crests from their ancestors tend to live long lives, and I guess he'd be your case in point. He's giving if Chucky and Meatloaf had a kid. Terrible. I hate that. What a combo. There's so much that fool neglected to tell us. It really pisses me off. Per usual, I have absolutely no idea what's rattling around inside his skull. If he thinks he's the only one who will lose face over this, he's a greater fool than I gave him credit for. Who knew royalty could be so annoying? So much talking.
Greetings.
We'll be on Empire-controlled lands from this point forward as we head into former Arundel territory. Apparently the former Lord Arundel was intimately involved in the tragedy of Dusker. I don't want the Empire to eliminate him. I want them to get to the truth of the matter. I'll never be satisfied until they do. I'm from Dusker, you see, and I lost my brother. Oh, sorry to that guy. But am I wrong? Don't think so. Didn't even give me a chance to respond. You were just like, am I wrong? Of course not. How could I be wrong? His Majesty's told me before that everyone has something they can't accept. I guess for Lonato, it was the church and Lady Rhea. But he never said anything to me about resenting them. On the contrary, he enrolled me in the Officers' Academy, which is run by the church, and I became a Kingdom Knight because of it. I'll have to think more on the subject myself. It's my responsibility. I took his life after all. No, you didn't. I purposely didn't let you be a part of that fight for that exact reason. You sad sack of boy. You sad, sad boy sack.
I wish to speak with you.
I've just informed Lady Rhea of the battle's progress. She has directed me to continue obeying the King's orders. And so, I shall be acting alongside all of you for the time being. Of course, you may count me among your military forces as well. By the by, do you know anything about the leader of Gerald's mercenaries?
Let's see.
He's a veteran mercenary called the Blade Breaker. He's got a head for tactics and valor to spare. Indeed. That man once led the Knights of Seros. It is lamentable that a man of his caliber should now be an enemy of the Church. I think I'm right that that's what the ginger guy looked like. Fun fact, in case you didn't, because I don't think you caught that info in the stream yesterday, but that ginger man that you're describing is the brother of the only other ginger character that we've encountered so far, Sylvain. I just think that's funny.
I wonder.
It was fortunate that Count Rose surrendered so swiftly. We did not sustain many losses. I have my own opinion on the Count's views, but I must admit that he took the needs of his people into careful consideration. No, I had not speak these words, having pressed him to surrender. Forget I said anything. If Cornelia is truly the one who took him, that would spell trouble for us indeed.
Well,
We can trust Duke Iffin. Though she is aged, she is deeply loyal to the royal family, and importantly, she instructed Gustave in tactics.
Meh.
No kidding, she taught Gustave?
Right.
She sounds incredible. Yes, His Majesty has often sought her counsel on governance and strategy. Anything could still occur, though. We must be prepared for the unexpected. He's in here somewhere. He's one of the people I haven't spoken to yet. Yeah. Send me to Sylvain, game. He'll load in. There he is.
Not good.
When His Majesty came to me saying he wanted to give Micklin a role in the army, I just about keeled over from surprise. My brother put me through a lot when we were kids, even after we'd grown up, if I'm being honest. But the kingdom needs him right now, both militarily and politically.
What?
Are you sure you're okay fighting alongside him? If he's really done that much to you, I mean. They're keeping an eye on him. And besides, I'm not the same defenseless kid I was all those years ago. I can handle myself. I actually think my brother could be useful to us. My father taught him everything he knows, after all. What do you really say I about keeled over? Who's left? Just Petra and Rodrigue? Oh, my neck. Oh. Yes, that's Miquelin's brother, Sylvain. The Empire is taking on our army in the west and simultaneously battling with the Alliance to the east. They also have renowned generals like Count Burgles and Marquis Vestra in their command. Speaking of the current Marquis, I believe you and he were in the same cohort at the Officers' Academy. I straight up don't remember him. Vestra? No, don't remember. I didn't really interact with much with people from the other houses. Well, that's understandable. His name is Hubert, if I'm not mistaken. We must use the Empire's current easterly focus to create an advantage for ourselves.
Very well, then.
Sending troops into former Arundel territory is one aspect of that plan. We must quickly dispatch the enemy troops targeting Arianrod. I never was having hesitation to fight the Empire. But then to be crossing blades with classmates is chilling my heart. I am in relief we did not have to be hurting Dorothea. I was having to decide whether to be taking her life. I feel like Sylvain does not look like if Chucky and Meatloaf had a kid. Yeah, no, he doesn't. He looks like a guy. A regular red-headed man. Chucky and Meatloaf had a kid.
Come back soon.
So funny every time, but for the wrong reasons. When using Brigand and Warrior class actions, temporarily reduce enemies' defense in proportion to the number of bars filled. Oh, fascinating. When the unit is an adjutant, greatly increases the elemental effects of adjutant follow-ups. Okay. So his thing is specifically for like when he's an adjutant. Okay. Imbues Mage, Warlock, and Grimoire class actions with an element regardless of whether they are chained from strong attacks. Interesting. I think I'll leave it with the one that I have. Oh, no, let's go back. You can have Iron Tome +2. You joined us after the fact, after all. Gives thieves, assassins, and tricksters a rare chance to instantly defeat non-commander units with class actions. Oh, snap. Madcap? For real? That's out the wazoo, dog. Okay. Alright. That's where I'm going to leave this stream off for the night, because somehow it's already been an hour and a half. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this stream. If you liked it, make sure to check out everything that is backlogged over on YouTube, where you can find all the old videos and stuff and all the fun jazz. Oopsies. Thank you guys so much. I have been the Soloist. This has been Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, and I will see all of you when I see you. Bye-bye.